Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the program. We are live at 5:01. 01, yes.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see.
Yes, sirree.
So all around town radio
Show.
That's where I go for the latest band info. So all around town
It's not Wednesday, no. There we go.
for the music that comforts my soul.
You know what?
It's the All Around Town Radio
Show.
The All Around Town Radio.
Hey, just so you all know, the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, that's me today, and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they may represent. We'll be right back with the list.
It's the Weekend Review. Top 5 coming for you.
Wednesday.
Speaking with the fans.
We are.
Sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man.
Whatever.
Well, coming who's playing out off the open jam with the who's who of talent. Come Friday night, ready to raise some hell.
Oh, yeah.
With all around, plan to do it well.
Welcome to the program, everybody. It's Monday. Hope you're having a good day. The weather is nice. We like that a lot. We do. Let's see who's checking in. Hi, Connie. Thanks for being here today. Good talking with you today, by the way. Rick Kern in the house, the Cincinnati's best musician. Right there. Voted on, ladies and gentlemen. Cincinnati's best musician this year. Thank you, Rick Kern, for gracing me with your beautiful presence and hair. Thanks so much. Hi, Liz Jackson. How are you? Good to see you over the weekend. Twice. 2 nights straight I got to see you. Hi, Carla. Ed Sawicki. Driving to Buffalo. Well, be careful. I hear if you hit one of those, it's bad on the car. Yes, be careful, Ed. Carla in the house. How are you, Carla? Good to see you. Who else we got on here? Darren in the house. How are you, Darren? Bob Klein checking in. You still in the Keys, Bob? Still in Key West? Thanks for that wonderful picture you sent and posted of you wearing our shirt on the stage at Sloppy Joe's, playing with Rock House down there. Belinda, happy Monday to you. Haven't seen you in ages. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are. The radio show, as Carla said. Yes, that's Sweet Sister Mercy bringing that in. Mark Robinson with that show lyric. Gina McCann and the beautiful, lovely, wonderful Gina McCann. Thank you. I'm going to talk about her in a minute here in just a second. Glenn checking in on the YouTube channel. Thank you, Glenn. Jonathan Grooms, one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, is here. That is the greatest profile picture, by the way, Jonathan. I love that one. Kevin Cooper, another one of my favorite people in the world, said the drums seem a little bit loud. Well, we're going to get into that, Kevin. Thanks for that lead-in segue. Yeah, I know what you're doing. Jeff Vance, late to the party. You're not late to the party, Jeff. You're here, buddy. And always a party when Jeff Vance is around. Hello, Jeff. Thank you so much for being with us. It's good to have you with us. Megan Miller has checked in. The lovely Megan Miller and her eyebrows are in the house. Thank you so much. Kevin Tolles, my brother. How are you? Good to see you, my brother. What's up? It was great to see you this weekend, Kevin. It's always nice to hang out with you, even though we never really get to sit down and talk. You know, we're going to have to do that on a slow night some night. Hi, Karen. Kevin, I just want to thank you for all the shares and support that you give us here at All Around Town Radio. Kevin is a huge supporter of local music. And not only that, the Bell and the Bear and various other local artists that he helps support, but the shares you give us, Kevin, really make a difference. So thank you for that, especially on those sites like Cincy Music and all that. Steve Stein in the house. Billy Baker, thank you. Bob says 2 more shows in Key West. Man, it must be tough. It must be. Angela Combs, the wonderful Angela Combs is in the house. Another one of those great voices in music locally. I got all the female vocalists today. Melissa Knight is in the house. How are you, Melissa? Going to talk about her in a minute, too. You know, I saw somebody post the other day, what are the greatest voices? And it was kind of a lead-in question, but it was like doing original songs or something. Whatsoever, I've got my list of great female vocalists in this town, and I can tell you in my top 5 of the list is not only Gina McCann, who I dearly love, Angela Combs, who I dearly love, Melissa Singer-Reed, who I dearly love, but also Melissa Garman Knight is another one of those that's up there in that top 5 in the tri-state. Hello, Erica. Rick Piper in the house. Hi, Bill. Wild Bill video. Billy says, yes, Rick voted Cincinnati local musician, and you always knew it. You're sucking up to him, Billy. That's what you're doing today. But that's all right. Jeff Henry in the house. We're going to talk about him from Manasota Key today. I got to see him play over the weekend, and then he left town. He did. Hi, Leah from Sugar Rock. Hello, Keith, checking in on the YouTube channel. Hi, Monique. How are you? God, I haven't seen you in ages. Hope you're doing well. Hello to you. Kevin Tolles, thank you, buddy. And wow, James Unger in the house from the Corn Stand Jam. One of my favorite events. Thank you. I enjoy that so much. And what else we got here? Kevin is the ham man. He is. And Brian, thank you for checking in. Gosh, look at all these people. Thank you guys, man. We are cranking today. Must have been that post I put up. I'll tell you, you put something on that's remotely negative on the Book of Face and it goes viral. You know, I could say all day, this artist is wonderful. I get 2 likes on it. Let me say something negative about something and wow. It becomes a force. It does. Must be the way of the world. What's up, Mr. Jerry Nimmersheim? David Thornton in the house. God, look at all of you. I love you all, man. Dale McFarland is here. Another one of my favorite vocalists. And hi, Kim, the Gamut wife in the house. Albina ranks up there too. She's in my I just haven't seen her enough. I need to see her more. But I love Albina's voice too, and what a performer she is on stage. She's amazing. And and you know, when I said top 5, I've got my top 5, but I've got my top 10 female vocalists. We're blessed, and let me just say this before I open the show today: we are so blessed in this tri-state area with unbelievably talented musicians. Any night you can go out and throw a rock and hit a venue where there's somebody fantastic playing. I've been to Nashville, I've been to Branson, all those places over a lifetime. And I will tell you, and even LA, I will tell you, Cincinnati's market here, which I call it, has rivaled any of them. And we're just so lucky, so damn lucky to have them here. And Dan, thank you so much for being here. From Northern Kentucky, he's in the house. Leah says bad news spreads fast. It does. It's very fast. It is. And Gina says it's insane. Yeah, and what I love too is I love the camaraderie between the musicians, and the lack of competition sometimes is really nice to see. There are some who want to compete. I get it. You know, everybody knows who they are, and they stand out like a sore thumb sometimes. But for the most part, it's a blessing to be around all these people because they get along so well and they help each other. Liz, I couldn't agree more. So many fantastic musicians, and not just the front people, but all the people who are back there in the trenches, the bass players, the drummers. I mean, just such talent. And Toy Hobbs in the house, speaking of talent, listening from Denver, Rockstar in the house. Thank you so much. What else we got? Yes. And they are approachable. Connie, that's a great word. Thank you. I was struggling for a term to use there, but approachable is a great term. Thank you for that. Because they are. And yeah, Gina and Angela, I mean, you don't get any better than that. Putting that combo together. It's good. What's up, Kenny Patterson? Thank you so much for your commentary on the page today as well. And let me get to it, guys. This is Monday, April 21st. It is the weekend update here, and your Backstage Hall Pass to local music in the Tri-State. And your number one source here at All Around Town Radio for live local music, news, bands, venues, and more, and your home for everything music all week long. So I want to thank you all for your shares. We've been seeing an uptick in the shares lately. The people that are sharing our shows with their music-loving friends and they're joining our page. We're rapidly headed towards that 10,000 likes. I've said it before. I don't buy likes. I don't go out searching for them. I don't do weird stuff to try to, gain 1,000 followers in a foreign country that some people do, which we've talked about on Hot Topic Tuesday before. But we're approaching 10,000 likes, and I really appreciate that. We had 7,000 views on Who's Playing Out last week, and that's because you shared it. We had like 21, 23 shares, something like that. Only reason we had all those views, and hell, I don't care if they were a 1-second view, somebody clicked on it, and that gave them an opportunity to see our page and help us support live local music, and that's what we're here for. This has nothing to do with supporting me. I'm not making a shit ton of money, as they say, off of this at all. We do have a few sponsors that keep us running because our platforms cost money every year to pay for it and all those things. But it is for the love of music. And I think all of you that are on here share that love of music with us. It's just wonderful. And what did Carla say? Let me see what Carla says. If it wasn't for my show, you wouldn't have had the heads up to so many great bands. Thank you, Carla. See, that's what I'm trying to do this about. And thank you so much. I appreciate you more than you know. And Rick says bass players will speak when spoken to. Well, I saw you had a new bass player in Rapid Fire over the weekend. That's interesting, right? Is that a new bass player for you? I think it is. Maybe you have a different lineup in that, and it got rave reviews. I was not there, but everyone I know that went there said it was insanely good. So thank you, Rick Kern. Keep the good work up, my friend. You do good things. And if you've not seen the Eagles Project either, guys, Rick Kern and that band as well, it's fantastic. And yes, Dave Wave is lovely. He gets called an MFer a lot. And I think it's just a tagline, but, he's really a good dude. Yes, Dave Wade. Kevin says, yes, different lineup. Hello, Stephanie Sutherland. Thank you for being here. And there's somebody calling him Dave MF and Wade already. It jumps right in there. And keep the comments coming, guys. I love the comments. Thank you so much. Look at them. They're rolling in. Kevin Cooper, thank you for that one. And thank you, Kevin. I love that term. The best local musicians are making friends more so than fans. I hate the term fan. I mean, even a national act, when they say, my fans, no. You better kiss these people's ass because they're doing it all for you. They're the ones buying your music or doing whatever and supporting you. They are friends, believe me. They are friends. I mean, you don't have to have them all over for dinner, but they're friends. Thank you, Jim Kilroy. I'll leave that up for just a minute. I'll get to all your comments here, but I got to get the show going, guys. We're 15 minutes in, and I haven't even had a chance to say what we did yet. So if you saw somebody play over the weekend, you didn't get it posted on our call for that on our page, please drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you like Mr. Kilroy just did. And it was great to hang out with you on Thursday as well, Mr. Jimmy Kilroy. He was sporting the All Around Town Radio hoodie. And we had so many people there that night wearing our apparel. Thank you for that. And I don't want to call it merch. It's our support local music apparel. By the way, I did talk to our supplier for that today. We're going to open that store up. Watch for that to post this week. Be open for 14 days if you want to buy some All Around Town apparel. We don't make any money off of it at all. Everything they kick me back. I'll tell you right now, they kick me back a little percentage. It goes into buying shirts for us to give away at events and things. And that's all it does. And the rest of it is all just so you guys can wear that, support local music apparel, and get out there and get that message going. So tank tops are in the order too. If you need a tank top, ladies, been asked a lot about it. I have. And Anthony, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for being here. I'll get to these in just a second, guys. Let me get started though. 7,000 views on Thursday's show. We appreciate it so much. Follow us on all the socials. We are on Instagram, of course, Facebook, YouTube, and we're on the Twitter too, the X platform, and on TikTok. But again, today I tried to upload some videos to TikTok, and I need a TikTok specialist. I am way too old and dumb to do TikTok. But I need somebody to coach me there. If you're a TikToker and you have time, let me know, because I need some coaching. I do. Our weekly programming here, guys, every Thursday it's Who's Playing Out. Every Wednesday it's Wednesday with the Band. This week at noon, Archer's Gate. I'm looking forward to that interview a lot. And then Tuesday, Hot Topic Tuesday with yours truly and my co-host with the most, Karis. And you can join us for that one too, because it's always fun. It is. All right, let's get started. This week in music for us, Wednesday night, I hosted my annual every week all the way through November at Heather's Name That Tune. We had 180 players and 23 teams on an open patio last Wednesday, and it was 50 degrees. So thank you for all showing up. This week, it's going to be 76, 77, and sunny. Look out. It's when it gets crazy busy. And we've had up to 42 teams and 400 people on that patio at one time. So we'd love to see you play Wednesday night. We play 3 rounds of Name That Tune. It's a blast, and it's fun, spirited competition, and we have a lot of fun in between rounds and such as well. So join us for that on Wednesdays at Heather's on the patio. Rick Hansen, thanks for being here. We're going to talk to him about him in just a minute. Doug Hall, my brother from another mother, thanks for the shout out on Saturday night as well. I love it. Even though I kind of hide in the corner sometimes, I really do appreciate it and love it when the bands give us a shout out from the stage, because we had one that surprised the hell out of me actually this weekend, and I'll mention that in just a minute, and for giving us a shout out. And yes, Gina McCann. She says, absolutely. I love Gina McCann. She's so sweet. She is. Jeff, you too as well. Kevin Cooper. Am I doing the show in the dark? Yeah, what happened? You know what? Hold on just a moment. Can you hold on a moment? Because I do look dark, don't I? Can everybody just sit with me just for a second? Because I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hang on. How about that professionalism, everybody? Now I'm wrapped up in my in-ears. Oh, my God. I am a hot mess today. Here we go. All right. How about that? Thank you, Kevin Cooper. When you're stupidly old like I am, I'll get to it. You just don't even notice that you didn't turn the studio lighting on. Oh, my God. Somebody help me today. It's Monday. It's a Monday. It is. It's a Monday. Catherine says, Sharon is Karen. Share the show, guys. Thank you. All right. So Thursday night, went to the Jam, Bell and the Bear. House band. Fantastic. Celebrating Jim Cuesta's birthday, Peter Cesari's birthday, lots of other birthdays in the house. A host of talent. If they could spread that talent out over the year, it'd be amazing every week. And it is amazing every week, but the house talent that night was crazy. And, Kathy Laverde's in there, Jonathan Grooms switching off bass duties in the house band, along with a host of other players that jumped in. Then, of course, Jim Cuesta, who's having a birthday, he's playing keyboards. Kevin Cooper, I call him like who was the guy? Now I can't think of it, but he's like the band leader up there. He's kind of directing the operations sometimes. And then Travis Hanna back there on drums, Jamie Combs on guitar, as well as vocals, and everybody just interchanging and switching out. An amazing group of people at the Bell and the Bear Jam every Thursday. If you have not made that yet, put it on your bucket list to go. I had some friends show up that night. We had the Haul Around Town table. Thank you, Karis, for that. Grocery Store Vodka was in the house. Coming down from the north, Shane DeMoss and Jay Grant from Half-Life. Thank you for the shirt, guys. Half-Life providing here. Let me get that out of the way. The shirt. Thank you very much for that we're sporting on the show today. And I will sport your shirts if you send them to me. I will, for real. Gina and Johnny were in the house that night. Amazing stuff going on there. Chris Reese, Megan Miller, wowing us with her talent. Ray Renee, TJ, Doug Drew from DV8 on the drums. Hoopty, guys I had on the show a few weeks back. Hoopty made an appearance and played 3 or 4 songs. Just amazing stuff. And gosh, I'm forgetting a bunch of people. Kevin, if there's anybody I need to recognize, throw it in the comments, will you? And thank you again for telling me I'm in the dark. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. What do we got here? David Thornton loves his Haul Around Town radio hoodie. Thank you for that. And Dell said Twisted Fate rocked the Naughty Pine. Thank you, Dell. And Toy saw a great band in Denver called the Hot Lunch Band. That's a great name. Played funk and pop hits. Wow. And Liz said everyone at the Bell and the Bear. Everyone was at the jam. Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy. And you saw a bunch more there as well. I can see from Gina and Johnny to Billy Rock. And yes. Thank you for that, Dave. I'm trying to get to all your comments, guys. I've got hundreds of comments coming in here. And yes. What did he say? If you signed up to play last Thursday and didn't get on stage, Mike Roberts has a list with your name on it for this week. There you go. Yeah. And Chris Reese, shut it. You're off my Christmas card list. You know that, right? You've been off my list for a long time, but yeah. Toy said the dark looked kind of cool. I think so too. Yeah, Stephanie now says much better. See, I got a face for radio, so no. And yeah, I heard some people, Ray, talk about Sentimental Street, Night Ranger tribute. Thank you for that. That sounded good. And yeah. Hi, John from Columbus. I'm looking at comments here real quick, guys. I'll try to get to all of them. And yeah, Jim's supposed to be sending me a vinyl copy as well from Dangerous Jim and the Slims. But someday I hope to get it. Jim, you out there? So I can play it on the show here. All right, I got to keep going. So Bell and the Bear Jam, off the hook, crazy good, wonderful night. And not just the people playing, but the people that come to watch that jam. It's so much fun. So many cool folks. Music-loving, like-minded people who enjoy a good night out with no stress. It was just fun. And shout out to Mike Roberts for doing the list. And Karis, again, for being a great host, and her staff who were in the weeds, man. They were getting their butts kicked. I went back and said hi to Vanessa behind the bar for a minute, and she laughed. I said, "You getting your butt kicked?" She goes, "Wow." Yeah, and it's not easy to rattle Vanessa. I mean, Vanessa is one of the best bartenders you'll ever meet. And she was like, "Yeah, this is intense tonight. It is. It's pretty crazy." And just so much at the jam. And Kevin's forgotten who played Thursday. Billy Carey, right? No, not Billy Carey. Who was there? Who else was there? Gosh, now I'm losing my mind. I'm trying to think of who came up. Who had the horn player? That's who I was thinking of. Who had the horn player? That's the one. On Thursday, Jamie Carr. Thank you, Gina McCann. Good Lord. I said Billy Carey, but Jamie Carr. Yes, thank you so much for being there. And yes, Chris Reese got on stage too. He did. He bum rushed the stage like he always does. We're going to talk about that on Hot Topic Tuesday one day, Chris. Look out. You may get singled out. You might. All right. Let's talk about more than the jam. The jam was fun, but let's talk about Friday. And there's a lot of people here probably to hear about Friday. And Friday, I started out, I was going to see a new band, and I went to, I went to Heather's on the patio. And I did talk to my friend Heather about permission to do this and talk about this today on the show, because I would never do anything to hurt anybody's business. And Heather is an absolutely hardworking, wonderful businesswoman. If you know her, you know what I'm talking about. She is so in touch with her business and does a wonderful job of absolutely kicking butt, and her staff the same way. So Friday night, I get there right at 7:00. Band starts at 7 on the patio. Huge patio crowd. It's a beautiful night, sunny, 70s outside. Patio is full. The band called 1.21 Gigawatt, which I called out on my page today. And, you know, I'm sorry if they get offended by that, but sometimes bands need to hear it. And I don't say crap about bands very often. I will just throw that disclaimer in there, but I had to say what I said today because the sound was horrible. That's all I can say. The sound was horrible. And I hope what was going on the stage was due to in-ears not being mixed right or something, because there were people singing in two different keys. I mean, it was interesting and very strange. I had watched videos about this band that had been sent out and were sent out like to get bookings and those kind of things. Not the same band. So don't do a bait and switch. If you're not the same band that you were when you did your EPK, don't do a bait and switch, because that'll end up costing you. And this was not the same band. As far as I could tell, wasn't the same band vocally. Certainly sound-wise. The venue asked that the sound be turned down twice. I watched the manager go over and talk to the sound person. Did nothing. Little touch of the iPad, maybe. You know, folks, just because you can scroll Facebook on an iPad doesn't make you a sound person. I've got to say that. The sound, what planet were you on? Sorry to say it, but I'm on a roll with this one, because I was just absolutely blown away by the fact, too, that the band, if they noticed it, they never took action on it. Noticed that the crowd immediately, first song, started getting up and moving to the back of the room and changing tables. Now, what's that do to a server, first of all? And secondly, many of them waving to cash out, gone. Just not right. You're costing the venue money. It was a packed night on that patio, and it's just a shame. It's just a shame. And I don't know this band from Adam, never talked to him, never introduced myself, because I was not even there long enough to do that. And if you look at the page where we made that post, several people said the same thing who I respect in the music business. Interestingly enough. And as you all know, I do not normally call out a band. I would do everything in my power to support them, because we are here to support live local music. But all I can say is take note of what's been said, what was said on the page by other people. You can be mad at me all you want. Go back to the drawing board, practice, dial in your sound, and then come out and play gigs. Sorry. It's the end of my story on that one. Next, though, I did bump down the road. I said, well, my evening got cut short. I'm going to go to the Bell and the Bear. But before I went to the Bell and the Bear, got a little time at Montgomery Inn for dinner in Montgomery. Hadn't been there in years. Enjoyed it very much. And had a nice dinner there. It's not the same as it used to be to me, but I'm not going to get into food criticking, because that's not my job. But it wasn't bad. I mean, it was decent food. But I got to see a band there, and I didn't know they even had bands in there on Friday nights in the lounge area, like where there's tables to eat. And that's where they sat me. And I'm glad they did, because I got the chance to see a wonderful act, Jeff Henry and the Necessary Evils. And, you know, they were playing smooth rock stuff. Chicago, one of them stood out to me. I think they did Beginnings by Chicago, and many other songs. I got so wrapped up in it, I didn't write down any of the songs they did, and I didn't ask them for a set list or any of that. But if you haven't seen Jeff Henry, Jeff does a lot of solo stuff as well. But Jeff Henry and the Necessary Evils, Dan Pierce and Brian Braverman, there with Jeff at Montgomery Inn. It was a wonderful show, and everyone sitting around me, they were talking about the band. I could overhear them saying, "These guys are really good." And then somebody shouted out a request on one of the breaks between songs, and they did that, and it was really fun. And these guys are good, and I'd go see them again. And Glenn says, "I normally only say great." Yeah, if you hear me say nothing more than this band had a great set list, that's usually my indicator that I wasn't real thrilled with them. But I haven't done that in a long time. I haven't. And let me get Kevin's comment up here real quick. It says, "I know many bands. This one had a sound person." Yeah. Yes. And it could be that their in-ears were off. And I hope that's what it was. I hope it wasn't the latter of it. Because that certainly would really make it bad. And Kenny saw Netherton Werner at Turfway Friday night. Always good. That band. Yeah, always good. But yeah, I want to say I want to go see Jeff Henry and the Necessary Evils again, where I can see them for a whole evening and enjoy myself, or at least a set or two. And these guys, nice guys. And I wasn't expecting it. I was sitting out there having dinner and got this little shout out from the stage. And I was like, wow, I come all the way to Montgomery to have dinner. And yeah, Jeff shouts me out from the stage. Thanks, buddy. And he's on the beach right now, so I can make fun of him. And yes, what a great little set I got to catch there. And I didn't know they did music there, so that'll make me want to go back there just to hear the music. And good to see you, Jim McCarthy, as well. And thank you for taking a few pictures for me with my camera. And Billy caught the interns at the Barrel. They were killing it. Interns always kill it. I got to see Dave. Dave was actually at the Jam on Thursday night as well, playing. Dave Taylor. And Connie said they use in-ears. Yes, they do. And that was even more so why the stage volume shouldn't have been overtaken. And the stage volume was simply drums. And I don't know, the sound person had to overcome bring the vocals louder than the drums. And Heather's got open sides. It's not like you're sitting in an enclosed echo reverberation room or anything. So yeah, that's how that was. But I don't want to dwell on that anymore. Jeff Henry and the Necessary Evils, I'd like to say, though, thank you very much for a wonderful night of music there, what I got to see for the few minutes that I was there. And then I busted up the road to the Bell and the Bear and caught a huge crowd of wonderful people, as always, at the Bell for Billy Rock. And if you like yacht rock, they do a lot of it. But they also do, some classic rock stuff, all that thrown in there. For a three-piece band, this band has amazing sound. They fill the room, and Billy, it's hard to find kind of a lead vocalist that plays drums many times. I mean, there's not many of them out there because it's a tough job to do the vocals and the drumming and all that. And Billy just does a wonderful job. And Gina just said, love their set list. I do too. And it's just so cool. And the crowd there was so into them on Friday night. And what a nice guy Billy Rock is. And it was so funny because Jeff Henry sent me with a message to tell Billy's bass player that he needed to get home and mix down their new album they're working on and all that, which he's working on for them. So there's such a connection in the community and so many people out there who know and work with each other. And Billy Rock, man, what a band. And I got to give Chad on the sound that night, had it dialed in perfect. I mean, it's CD quality. It's that good. And the Bell and the Bear has a nice sound system. They do, a nice house system. And if you know how to run it, it can sound really well. And Liz just said, Billy plays drums and sings and makes it look easy. He does. He does. And yes. And thank you, Jim, for throwing that in there. Yes. I hope you're tagging Chad in this is what you guys are doing. I can't tell. But Chad and I have gotten to know each other pretty well. He's a wonderful guy and just love hanging out with him. Got the chance to hang out with him a little bit over the weekend. And Chris says every guy in that band is top notch. Yes. And no one does yacht rock any better than Billy McCarthy. You're right. And it's just a pro outfit. Absolute pro outfit. Gosh, I am running so long today, guys. I'm rambling here. And I wish I could talk more about all these bands, but I can't because I'm running out of time. And many of you, we're looking at 60 live viewers right now. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you. And it'll be big later in numbers. Those of you watching after the show, if you have a question or you want to comment about somebody you saw over the weekend, please drop it in there. And thank you, Billy Rock. Again, go see them. Anybody we mention on this show, go like their page, follow their page, and go see a show, please. Because we're not talking about people that are not worthy of your time or your efforts. And get out there. Saturday night, went to Heather's on the patio again. Thank you, Nick Wheeler. And yes, thank you, Dale Robinson. Dale Wu in the house. Thank you so much. And yes. And Liz says Gina and Johnny blew the roof off Mansion Hill on Saturday. Thank you. And yes, so many people here. Thank you, Kevin Tolles. But let me talk about Saturday real quick. Heather's on the patio. The Contenders, I've seen them before. This is my second time seeing the rock side of the Contenders, which is a partially finding Melissa, then adding a drummer and a bass player. And you've got Ken on guitar and vocals, along with Jeff on drums and Alan on bass. Superior band here. Follow the Contenders. Go give their page a like. Go see them. You'll love it. Melissa, I mentioned it at the beginning of the show, one of the top voices in the tri-state. And she belts these rock songs out, everything from Heart to Pat Benatar to Dokken. And Jerry, if you're out there, you got your Dokken, buddy. And the Contenders, man, they are a force. You're going to hear about them. They're just getting that momentum going, and you're going to hear about them. And what a great night on the patio there, sitting with my friends, Heather and Jerry, along with a lot of other people that were in and out of that place like they are on the weekends. And certainly you want to check out the Contenders. Some really good music. Last time we did the show talking about them, we talked about their set list and such. It's a good set list, but they're a great band. Yes. Then I took the last hour of my Dan, you're most welcome. Took the last hour of my night on Saturday and ran up to Mr. Burroughs, which is 5 minutes from Heather's. Mr. Burroughs Tavern, had my friends from the Hall Pass rock band there. No relation, but we do have some similarities here. You're watching Backstage Hall Pass. They are the Hall Pass rock band. My brother Doug Hall in that band from another mother. Great band as well. So much fun. Tim, his vocals are fantastic. Absolutely. Rick, guitar work, that fan blowing in your face really makes it look rock and rollish. It does. And Doug's a great front man too. He's good with the crowd. They had Mr. Burroughs jumping, and I was there for the last hour. And typically the last hour of any band show, nowadays is kind of falling off crowd wise, but this crowd was having a great time. They were cheering. They were loving the band. Good songs that they played. And everybody there was having a really good time at Mr. Burroughs Tavern. So, again, another band to go put on your list to check off that follow, like, and go see a show. Hall Pass Rock Band. I think they're playing the Barrel this upcoming weekend in Springboro if you're down that way. We feature them on our Thursday show as well. They're one of the artists who sends us their gigs, and we do post it on our page and talk about it. So please do that. Let me see what else I got here on comments before we have to go today, because we are flat running long today. Thank you, Ken Stapleton. Thank you, Melissa. Carla, thank you so much. Kenny Patterson, Edgewater Raceway Park this Thursday through Saturday nights. Going from underwater over a week ago to having drag racing with live music. There you go. Are you doing sound there, Kenny? Yeah. And Jerry said Hall Pass always brings the party. They do. And one thing about the Hall Pass band, can I just say this too? People could take lessons from the Hall Pass band in marketing. They do a wonderful job of social media, branding. everything. They're really good at it, and these guys they got it together. They're a good band and really good stuff. And yes, James says running along just means basically there was good local music out there. Yeah, I was out. I was busy this weekend. I was, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And Carla said, if I suggest you're checking it out. Thank you, Carla. And Kenny, enjoy your sound show there, buddy. David Thornton, thank you so much. Have a great night as well. So yeah, Hall Pass Rock Band, wonderful way to top off a weekend. Hope you all had a wonderful Easter Sunday. And whatever you did, I hope you enjoyed yourself on Easter Sunday. Don't forget to join myself and the lovely Karis tomorrow at 5 o'clock for Hot Topic Tuesday. I don't know what the topic is yet, but Shane, I'm wearing the Half-Life shirt, brother. And it was great to see you, and great singing there at the Bell. He did one song, but he didn't really want to get up there, but I think he got his arm twisted and got up on that stage and killed it. So Hot Topic Tuesday tomorrow. We'll tell you what the topic is sometime tomorrow. Wednesday with the band, Archer's Gate at noon on Wednesday. And if you don't have time at noon to watch it, you can watch it anytime. Have a lot of people with the misconception if they miss it live, they can't go back and see it. It will be on the page. Well, at least for 30 days now, and then Facebook removes them all. And yeah, so they sent me my files, 135 files of live videos back since 2016. And it went to spam. So the day I got it, I started downloading it. And then the next day I clicked on it and it said it had expired. And then I looked back and it says they're only good for 4 days. So apparently I've resubmitted, and I'm hoping they didn't delete the file. If they deleted the file, I'm really sunk. Well, I'm sunk to the fact that hopefully they'll be on YouTube and I can pick them off there. But yeah, that's what's going on. So Thursday show, Who's Playing Out? Get your gigs in by noon on Thursday to make our list of who's playing out, brought to you by our friends at Heather's in Springboro. Until then, everybody, get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Working for the weekend, then I wanna see a show. I flip on the poker face, yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show, that's where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the